Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. This is Bajuka Bog Radio, and I'm your host, MTG Ghoul Dude. And today, I just really wanted to talk to you guys for a second about something that has been interesting and prodding my mind for the past couple years now. And it's something that it's confusing because at this point, you can only think of it as just a standard run of the mill everyday event, if you know what I'm talking about, because every pack, every mystery box, every mystery anything is a paradox. Now, how does this apply to Magic the Gathering? Well, have you ever just watched somebody open packs, and sometimes it's duds and sometimes it's not? I mean, even if it's your own packs. But what if I told you that every time you were going to actively purchase, or what is the best way? You're getting product to open and find out what it is. You're participating in a paradox. And I've told a couple people about this, and I just have it's just the weirdest thing that I've ever come up with, but I feel like it has some kind of groundwork to kind of be something actually kind of solid. But before we get into why I think a pack is a paradox, I feel like I need to explain what may be considered a paradox. A person, situation, or action having seemingly contradictory qualities or phases. That's one. A statement that is seemingly contradictory or opposed to common sense, yet perhaps is true, like a self-contradictory statement that first seems true in an argument that apparently derives self-contradictory conclusions by valid deduction from acceptable premises. And I'm just reading these off of Wikipedia, so if you really want to make sure the fact check me going ahead. And a tenet contrary to received opinion. So another paradox is like, this statement is false. Well, I mean, it goes on forever, because I mean, if the statement is false, it's true, but then it just goes back and forth. So, now that we know what a paradox is, which did I use for the basis of my theory that a pack is a paradox? Well, for those that know, I use the Schrodinger's cat paradox because it's a thought experiment that illustrates the paradox of quantum superposition. And I'm not a quantum physicist or anything like that, but I do casually enjoy looking through and thinking, deep thinking on such irrelative topics to my life. And so, to walk you through it, it's a thought experiment of a hypothetical cat that may be considered simultaneously both alive and dead as a result of its fate being linked to a random subatomic event that may or may not occur. The thought experiment was devised by physicist Erwin Schrodinger way back in 1935 in a discussion with Albert Einstein to illustrate what Schrodinger saw as the problems of the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics. I mean, I'm sorry, but it'd be something to have, just to have a discussion with Albert Einstein on something like that. That's pretty wild. But the scenario is often featured in theoretical discussions of the interpretations of quantum mechanics, particularly in situations involving the measurement problem. So pretty much the down and dirty of it is, an example is, you have a cat in a box with a vial of poison and a monitor to watch for spikes in radioactivity. The instability of radioactivity causes the vial to break and the poison kills the cat. Or so maybe kills the cat. So, due to the previously mentioned paradox of quantum superposition, until you open the box, the cat is at the same time alive and dead. So that poses the question of, when exactly quantum superposition ends and reality resolves into one possibility or the other. So, how I interpreted this and how my mind works, it started connecting dots in different ways to figure out how I would connect it to Magic the Gathering and packs in general. So it brought me back to when Theros was just a new set back in its heyday, a couple years, almost 10 years ago now. Wow, what a ooh, making me feel old. They had what they called God packs. Now, if you have seen these or if you've had a God pack, it was nothing but the Theros gods in them. It was a whole pack of them. Now, it was before my time. Don't get me wrong. I've never seen one in the wild. But if you got one of those packs, you were pretty much super lucky, and it was probably the highlight of the store to pull a God pack. Now I want to pose the question: could any pack be a God pack to a specific person? And I'm not talking about, on a pro tour or like a. No, we're talking about just the average Joe, you and me, sitting here buying this box. And what if the packs that you have are the exact cards you've been looking to put in your decks or collection? Like, could it be that? Or it could be the same janky rare that you've been pulling for weeks now. How does it apply to become a paradox? Well, if you think about it, that random pack in a box or that bundle or the collector pack, it could have everything you want, or it could have nothing you want. But until you buy it and open it and see what's inside, you are constantly being prodded and poked at by the Schrodinger's cat paradox. And it's a personal paradox because I mean it's everywhere. You never really know what is in something until you get into it. But I mean, at that point, is it really a paradox, or is it just every day, what is what it is? I came up with this theory a couple years ago while I was sitting at home opening packs that I purchased from ain't no telling where, and I got nothing. I was just like I was so upset. I was down. I was like, man, I bought all these for nothing. But then I got to thinking, why can't all packs just be good packs, or at least the packs that I bought? And then it clicked, and I went to bed and I went to work, and that next day, and I told some of the guys that I work with that play Magic also, and they were just so confounded, especially because of the fact that I actually thought of something actually worth, having a thought experiment for myself about, but it actually confused them too, because they had to try and wrap their head around it as well. Uh, so I mean, I'm not by any means, just telling everybody, buy a pack to start cracking packs to get what you want or anything, because I prefer to buy singles myself. I mean, cracking packs for me is just for the fun of it. And it's a lot easier if you buy what you need from your local game stores and everything. Shout out to all my local game stores, all the Memphis game stores, Jackson, Ripley, so on and so on, all in my area. Because buying packs and everything to try and pull what you want gets expensive. Like I said, I only do it for the cracking of the packs, and because I suck at draft. And this was just entirely a thought experiment that I wanted to share with you guys and the world to take and do with this information what you wish. Tell your friends about it, see what they think about it, see what their thoughts on it are. And let me know what they say. Come back, drop a comment. Let's unravel this mystery together. But that's going to be it for today, everybody. I really appreciate everybody that likes, comments, and all the subscribers. And if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, just remember to leave a comment, all that good stuff. And if you have any ideas or theories you want to try and get me to look into or expand on, just drop it down in the comment section. I'm always looking for something to have a discussion about. Have just to be on here with you guys is just as awesome as it is. But I want to engage in different ways with you guys. But that is going to be it for today. That is MTG Ghoul Dude signing off. Until next time.